This workshop is improving English oral competency on children through cooperative learning. Licenciada Dalia, Thairy, Hinojosa Espinosa. Dalia Hinojosa Espinosa is an English language teacher. She graduated from School of Philosophy and Arts at Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León. She holds a major in language sciences with emphasis on bilingual education. As of today, she's studying a master's degree in applied linguistics focused on foreign language teaching in UNL and is working at Facultad de Organización Deportiva in the same university. Yes?
That's okay. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. To tell you, my name is Thairy, and this is part of my work I'm doing, my research I'm doing in my master's degree. This is called Improving Oral Competency Children Through Cooperative Learning. I'm doing this work with the help of my thesis director, who is Dr. Elizabeth Martinez. As you can see, this work is focused on children. So the activities that I'm going to show you and the advices is towards the children. Yeah, but you can apply it if you have students adults or younger students according to your classes. Okay, but these are focused only for children that are starting learning English, the pronunciation, the vocabulary, grammar, the structures. Do you like to work with children? No, nobody. Why?
It's a lot of work.
For example, for me,
I have always worked with adults, and I thought like, oh, preschool teachers had it so easy. I mean, of course, preschool, they just sit around and play. That's what I thought. Last year, I had the opportunity to work with kids. Oh my God, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, it's so exhausting. You're like, okay, let's read, and they're, I don't know how to read. Okay, let's talk. They don't know how to talk. I mean, it's just so exhausting. You have to be doing the work for all of them. So that's why I don't like kids. They are too complicated, too difficult, too hard.
I think you have to deal with discipline before you teach, right? So and then you already have those or that kind of discipline that you want. So then you start
can
teaching,
work
right?
with it.
Yeah, like that.
And
You have to be superior.
yes, I know. In the back, what about you? Your
Yeah,
babies?
with children, yeah, a little bit.
Do you like to work with children? Yes. With
Not
adults?
easy. Children, adults, and things. It's not easy.
Okay, well, working for children is a little bit difficult. They have a lot of energy and you have to keep discipline and they are shouting, running around the classroom. Well, we have to be patient with them. Then I have some questions for you. The first one, do you recognize these emotions in your students? Like lack of motivation, anxiety, lack of self-esteem according to the language?
Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes, as a teacher, we have to face with those feelings. So these are known as inhibiting factors. Why? Because they stop the learning process. For example, when they have lack of motivation, the reaction is like, oh, I don't want to make anything. I'm worried that today is so bored, the teacher cannot help me. I don't want to make anything. And for that reason, they do not improve their English. They don't want to speak, they don't want to practice English. And according to anxiety is, for example, when they have a test or an oral exam and they have to practice a lot to make that, and it's like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to take the exam, or oh, in the next moment I'm going to take it. I don't know how to say it or what to do it. Then when it's the moment of the exam, sometimes they do not answer anything because they don't remember. They forget everything, or at the moment to stay in front of the people, in front of the class, it's like, I don't know anything about the things. Like me, okay? So this reaction stop the learning process. They do not progress at all. Then, let's see. According to the lack of self-esteem according to the language, is for example when they feel like they don't know English, so they don't know how to speak. And it's like, oh, I don't know English, but my peers, they talk very well, I don't want to speak because I'm afraid, I don't want. And they are shy, sometimes they sit in the back in the classroom and it's like, no, I'm not going to talk. I didn't do practice. For that reason, they are not like inhibitory factors. Then, the second question is, do you have problems with your students with their competency at the moment to speak, to practice speaking? Do you have these problems in your classroom? Sometimes, yeah. And this their competency sometimes is affected with these factors. There are many factors, but in this research I focus only on these ones. Okay? So these are that affect our competency on children. Then, as teachers, what can we do about it? Well, the third question is, do you like to work with your students in groups or in an individual form? Groups. Why do you like to work with groups?
Well, because I believe that one of the reasons children go to school, like in the beginning, the quintessential reason is to learn social skills. So that's one of the things that I like to foster myself, right? For them to be able to communicate productively with others, work as part of the team. In addition to the language that we're teaching, I believe there's something else, another thing we can add.
It is useful. Yes. And according to the individual way, do you like to work in this form?
Well, in that case, I would only do it like only when it comes to an evaluation. But sometimes the evaluation can be improved as well.
Well, sincerely, I love to work in an individual way with my kids. Why? Because they keep discipline. They are quiet, and it's not difficult for me. But what about them? They don't like to work in an individual form. The environment is so stressful for them. They want to talk. They are kids. They want to talk to each other. They want to socialize. So one day I was thinking about this situation because as teacher I love to work in that way, but it is not me. It's they. They have to learn a lot, not me. I know English, but they. So I have to make a different way of teaching, and I started thinking about, well, I can work making groups, and they can talk, they can socialize, they can speak a lot. They want to do it, well, let's do it. And I started to work with this one during all the class, and the environment changed. It's like, I want to participate, teacher, not me, hey, we are the best team. And they are funny, they are motivated to participate, and for that reason, they practice more English. And this was a great situation for me. And I started to research about this work, how to work with groups, how this work can improve the oral competency, and how this can benefit to decrease these inhibitory factors. Yeah. For that reason, I found the cooperative learning. But first, we are going to see what is cooperation in order to understand cooperative learning. Am I so fast? Or is it okay? Cooperation. We have two definitions according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The first one is to work together, to work with another person or group to do something. And the second is to associate with another or others for mutual benefit. So cooperation is not only work together and that's all. No, it's to work with others to do something, to do an activity, and then have a mutual benefit. With that work, the students are going to be beneficial at all. I'm going to receive a benefit from the others, from the knowledge of the others, and the others are going to benefit on me, of my thinking, my ideas, my creativity maybe, okay? In these groups, we are going to exchange ideas, points of view, and for that reason, they are going to cooperate. And this is the principal point of cooperative learning. Can I change this slide? Yes. I think so too. Well, cooperative learning. We have two definitions. First one, the instructional use of the small groups so that the students work together to maximize their own and each other's learning. The second is students interact with each other in the same group to acquire and practice the elements of a subject matter in order to solve problems, complete tasks, or achieve different goals. So cooperative learning is not only to sit the students in the same group and give them activities and that's all. No, because sometimes inside that groups, they work alone. One student is like working with this one, the others are talking about other things, and they are not cooperating. And this is not cooperative learning. This is to work small groups. Later I'm going to explain you more about these groups. They work together to maximize their own and each other's learning. As I told you, the knowledge that I know, I'm going to share with the others, and it is going to be beneficial for them. And the others' knowledge is going to be beneficial of me. Okay? Then, in each other's learning, here they work together to acquire and to practice the elements. That in this case, they practice the oral competency, they speak, they practice the intonation, the grammar, the structure, but to make it together in order to complete a task. In this case, the groups are going to swim together to achieve the goal that they are pursued, or they are going to sing together because it's a team, it's a work, it's a group work, it's not individual, it's all the team. Then inside cooperative learning, we have 5 components. The first one is the principal element of cooperative learning. It is positive interdependence. In this one, this is when the students are sharing their ideas together, but my idea, as I told you, is going to benefit the others, and the others' ideas are going to be beneficial for me, for the work. And all we are dependent on each other. We are going to swim together, or we are going to sing together. If just one student do not make the task, do not work, or doesn't understand the activity or the lesson, the goal is not achieved. If just one person, why? Because it's a group. All the members have to understand the task, the goal, giving the lesson according to what are they doing. Then we have face-to-face promoted interaction. This is about motivation. Inside the groups, they have to motivate each other. Well, you can do it, or that's right, that's great. Or I like that idea, we can do it better. Or, well, we don't have this, but we can do that. They have to motivate each other, to support each other. Then we have the individual accountability. This, as a member of the group, is my responsibility inside that group. If I have to write, well, I'm going to write because it's my responsibility. If I don't do my work, the others are going to be affected because we are a group, we are a team. Okay, this is my own responsibility. Then we have the interpersonal and social group skills. In this one is to know how to solve conflicts. As humans, we think in different ways. We have different points of view of things. For that reason, sometimes we discuss, we try to get one idea, general idea that is correct. So for that reason, the students have to know how to discuss, how to solve problems, and to establish the best solutions for them. Then we have the last component, that is group processing. In this one is to make an evaluation or a reflection about the work of the group. How was their performance inside the group? It was excellent, or satisfactory report, the weak areas, the strong areas, and what they are going to do about it, how they are going to improve those areas. So these are the 5 components. Positive interdependence, we depend on each other. Face-to-face promoted interaction is motivation inside the group. Individual accountability is my own responsibility inside the group. Interpersonal and social group skills is to establish solutions, to resolve problems, and group processing is an evaluation or reflection of the work they did. Okay. First, I'm going to explain you about cooperative learning, and then we're going to put it in practice. Then we have the students and teacher roles. Here, the students are active members of the learning process. They have to participate. It's not only the teacher that is talking, and the students like, yes, teacher, yes, or they are thinking in other things. No. They have to be active, participate, to say something, and students move work together at the moment to make activities. In this one, it's not individual, it's in groups. According to the teacher, is a facilitator, but what it is? Teacher has to create a highly structured and well-organized learning environment in the classrooms. He has to set goals, to plan, and to assign to the students different groups and roles. In this case, the facilitator is going to coordinate the classes, to organize the classes, the groups, the activities, what are going to do in the classroom, what they are going to do, and to coordinate the teams. Well, they are going to do this one, and the next time they're going to make that. They are going to organize the class. Also, they are mediators. What does that mean? A mediator is a person who takes into account the characteristics of the student, for example, their likes, their dislikes, music, cartoons, movies, and to take that information, also the background of the students, to motivate them, to make activities that are related with those topics and motivate the students to practice the language, to make activities. And then we have the cooperative group. It is not only to make groups, to you 2, you 3, you 7, go together and work. No. First, we have to take into account the size of the groups. In this case, the groups have to be small groups. Why? Because if we have a big group, inside that big group we are going to have subgroups. One person is here alone, other peers are here, or a trio is here, and they are not going to talk, they are not going to exchange information, and the first element of the cooperative learning, that is positive interdependence, is going to be lost. Why? Because they don't talk each other, they do not support each other. For that reason, it is not good to make big groups. In this case, we have to work in small groups, around 4 or 5 people is okay. Maximum 6, but it is better to work with 4 or 5. According to the category of groups, this is according to the time of the activities. For example, it could be informal, formal, or base. According to the informal, it's around 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, according to the activity. The formal is like one day, 1 week, maybe. And base, that is longer and stable. Why? Because it is during all the course, all the year. Okay. This according to the time, minutes, days, a week, and then the long course. Then we have different types of groups. There is homogeneous or heterogeneous. In this case, the homogeneous are the ones that are equal. For example, if the groups are, one group is has a higher level of English,